Then his other hand went up under inside my skirt, and then with his hand he started moving back and forth, farther and farther inside my skirt, that he wanted to see what kind of feelings I had. I screamed.
My name is Kevin. I am a gifted attorney. I am currently undefeated in 63 cases. I never thought I'd have to witness that moment with my own eyes. What that man did, disgusting, vile, despicable, nearly made me lose control right then and there. I looked around to make sure no one was watching, then shot him a hard stare, forced myself to stay calm, and told him to stop immediately. But after that, the girl on the stand began describing everything in detail, and my mind was already a complete mess. The judge called on me to cross-examine her. That meant I had to challenge her testimony, but I couldn't focus. I barely held it together and asked for a 15-minute recess. The second I stepped out of that courtroom, I wanted to punch a hole through the wall. He told me he was innocent. That's the only reason I agreed to defend him. If I backed out now, he'd go straight to trial, and maybe the world would lose one more monster. But if I did that, my perfect record, 63 wins, 0 losses, would end right here. I rushed into the restroom, splashed water on my face over and over, trying to snap out of it. Looking into the mirror, I started to wonder, did I choose victory, or did it slowly trap me here? That's when a reporter showed up and dropped a single sentence. I froze.
Had to close out someday. Nobody wins them all.
That sentence struck me like a match, igniting something twisted deep inside. I smiled. A smile I didn't even want to admit was mine. I made my choice. When I stepped back into that courtroom, I was someone else. I stopped caring about whether that man did it or not. I started going after the girl's character and credibility. I asked if she'd ever pass notes in class, notes mocking the teacher with crude drawings. I held one up high so the jury could see every line.
Never called him a disgusting pig monster?
No.
She denied it, so I handed the original to the judge. Under U.S. Code Title 18, Sections 1621 to 1623, if a lawyer submits false evidence, they can face up to 5 years in prison, lose their license, and pay a $250,000 fine. The fact I submitted it meant it was real. The judge accepted it without hesitation. Faced with proof, the girl finally looked down and admitted, she drew it. It worked. The jury started questioning her character. I struck again while the iron was hot. I asked if she'd ever played inappropriate games when her parents weren't home. The plaintiff's lawyer objected, but the judge shut it down, because under the Sixth Amendment, the defense has the right to challenge a witness's character to assess their credibility. I kept pressing carefully laid psychological traps, one by one.
Have you ever played the game Special Places?
Until the victim on the stand started to look like a vengeful, biased, bad kid. Then I dropped the final question. I asked her, did you threaten other kids you played with, telling them to accuse the teacher too, or you'd spill all their secrets? She shook her head, over and over. But in that moment, I saw her eyes darting, her body trembling, her entire composure crumbling.
They happened to me.
So you made up a story. A special story.
No.
Her father, sitting nearby, clenched his jaw. He looked ready to tear me apart, but my cross-examination was flawless. Every move followed procedure. The jury returned their verdict, not guilty. As long as the decision is unanimous, the judge must release the defendant immediately, and the case can never be tried again. That man smiled like he